Well, we're back. We're finally here for Mirage, third map here on the board. We had a 16-13, 16-12, and now we have made it to Mirage. Joined with Laz and, of course, Paladin. Ready to get things going.
It's a tight series. Nothing being just handed on over for free. And it's off to the races. Atk.MisteM fighting tooth and nail, but he doesn't land enough bullets. But it's Fadey and DJ picking up the pieces on this B rush. And it's got to be up to 60 to break open this bomb site.
Still the player advantage here for ATK. Now 60 getting his way into the site, but nope, he just runs into a bit of a crossfire. And now Carson, nope. No. You're gone. You're done. And that's ATK. They pick up the pistol and losing just MisteM. I mean, that's fine. That's the one casualty. They'll take it any day of the week.
Yeah, 4-1 split not working out too well. They do get that initial pick onto MisteM after he misses that magazine, but all's well that ends well. The crossfires were wonderful on the B-bomb site. And the job is completed to full effect.
Yeah, this is a side for Nouns. I mean, theoretically, their win percentage is about like 40% or just over 40% on their T side. So this isn't something, again, like on paper they love. But you know what? I've been proved wrong before. We'll have to see. And ETK, they're a good mixture. I think it's almost like 55% CT and they're like 44-ish. So not bad.
Definitely something to think about for sure. And as they pour their way into the bomb site, try to overwhelm DJ, he gets those two ever important kills. As a B anchor, you've done your job. You let the rest of it get taken care of. The bomb plant does get to go down, but that's all for naught. Swisher and MisteM bound their way out of the market window, secure that defuse, and look, with the bomb plant coming after a force buy, it's not really going to net any true damage, and at the end of it all, we'll still have a save here coming out from Nouns. It'll have a little bit of oomph behind it, but it should be looking at a third round for ATK in most scenarios.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to give them that little bit of an oomph, but I mean, this is where they still will have at least over 2K, so they can still put Tech 9s and it'd be a bit of utility here on the board. Definitely will make a bit of an impact, but we'll have to see what they go for. Actually, just having CJ just go full utility, and he's going to decide not to go for a pistol at all. He's just going to preserve things. And now ATK actually putting a bit more pressure. Bowden going to be aggressive onto the catwalk. Gets for the quick run up onto it. Nouns is going to be patient on this too. This is not like them. And now they're just going to, look at this, they're just going to rush right out of ramp. Now the rotates coming in. ATK, they bid on this. This could be easy for players in mid, maybe to get the flank if not too slow, and they are too slow. Just thinking, okay, maybe things can happen. Nah. ATK too fast and swift.
What a double swing there. CT and stairs, or sorry, bench rather, just completely overwhelming. Nouns didn't know where to look. But it's all right. It's not necessarily, I mean, they were looking for damage. They didn't get that for themselves, but now they've got the guns. Got all the bells and whistles that they require, bar that AWP from 60. I mean, we've talked about kind of the impact between some of these oppers, but as far as 60 is concerned, I think he can definitely get his impact off of the rifle, unlike Bowden. I think Bowden relies a little bit more on that AWP. And that's completely out. They're trying to just contact their way through ramp, and Cynic's got that opener. He's got another.
That's beautiful.
Oh!
Cynic! Oh my god, he's able to put matters into his own hands. He gets a triple. He's single-handedly taking this round to himself. Swisher with the one, not able to find that second. So now, able to turn DJ, trying to get a little bit of a silent assassin, but he just gets a drive-by, and that's 60 now. They get their first round, but it's the heroics of the IGL here from Cynic to just pick things up.
That's an awkward timing there. I mean, as soon as ATK get all that mid-control, they get that opening pick, that's the go signal for Nouns to just barrel their way out of the A main smoke. You've got to have some real guts to just barrel your way through, but Cynic, he flies across the A site, getting entry after entry. And they close things out. Bowden tries to respond back with the AWP of his own. Burns down to 28 and doesn't get a pick for his troubles. So walking wounded here from the Swede. And a lot of mid-control now vied for by Nouns.
Yeah, kind of back to this slow situation here from Nouns. Going to get the double players under underpass, and Fadey going for the re-smoke into towards connector. Swisher making a bit of presence known. He's got that A4 equipped, so he can't be silent. He's definitely thundering his way around so people know he's there. And bwills just kind of waiting things out. He's going to regroup again towards NT spawn. Some hesitations here from Nouns, though. Again, they don't have a ton of utility. I mean, they got a smoke with a couple mollies, but I mean, if they're trying to go for this A-pop, I mean, they're relying on one PC utility to block things off.
And now Fadey, CJ, standstill and connector, and MisteM's trying to get some answers in ramp. He's cleared it out, but it might just be false information. But that connector peek and a little bit of a shoulder bait does give all the jig. It's going to be this ramp hit again, and that smoke has just been timed to perfection. The cavalry are here, and it's going to be real hard to crack open this A-bomb site.
Yeah, unless Carson could find something here in ladder. I mean, he kind of just waiting, expecting somebody to come through. Oh, Swisher making a lot of noise. Carson does take him out, but Bowden puts that off to work. Gets one nice big rep, and there's a nice jump coming out of the A ramp, leaving it just down to 2. MisteM goes for a swing, but it's Cynic to find a kill. And all right, it's fine. No sweat off the brow. It's going to be a 4-1 ATK. Still looking pretty convincing on the CT side so far here, Paladin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're getting the reads in. Bar that hiccup, or honestly, more so the individual heroics there from Cynic on that first buy round. ATK have been largely in control of this game. Rotations have been swift and sure. But, man, the first bullet of Cynic so far this game, I know we're only 5 rounds deep, but he's been able to deliver some pretty crispy headshots.
It really has. I mean, this is what we wanted to see, right? We want to see some of these players kind of step things up, right? Like you talked about some of these players, and they're finally starting to do it. But now this could be a nice little bit of a rack here for Fadey, picking up 2 more. Being ultra aggressive towards underpass, trying to find himself a 30 does, and he gets some information with a bomb too. So things are looking problematic here, and yeah, they're real problematic. It's down to Cynic on a 1-on-5 with an Eagle, gasping for air to see if he can maybe find 1 kill at least.
Any damage is good damage at this point. Economy's not the greatest for ATK, so any kind of rebuy would be fantastic, but he gets blindsided by DJ. Eagle picked up, and 5-1 on the board for ETK. AWP up for 60, trying to change the tides of this conversation. But so far, we're starting to get that heat up from Bowden. I mean, obviously, it's not been on the AWP yet, but you're trying to just look out for that steady stream of frags from these top stars.
Yeah, the op going to be back here for 60, so we're going to, we talked a lot about this in the pre-show for map number 3, needing to see these ops kind of, do some work and a little bit more out of them. So now the test will be here. What do we expect? MisteM already taken down to 20. I think he's actually getting caught with some utility plus some spam. There it is, and bwills. He gets out of Palace for free. I mean, look at that. Like, nobody punishes him at all, ATK. I don't think they were expecting that sort of an aggression. Look at Cynic. Slops the shoulder. It's messy.
Oh,
it's
no.
gross. And that's a free kill for DJ. And now trades are coming back and forth again. It's a 3-3. The ops are still in the play, though.
And we've just come to a standstill. I think it's going to try to be another A crunch, and CJ gets a very valuable kill. They're going to have to try and deal with him. And Swisher, he goes bounding around. Bowden gets one back. And how are we into a 1v1? Flurry of frags back and forth. And the bomb plant faked out by bwills, trying to get that information as to where Swisher is gone. And Swisher, he's gone down in the underpass. He's thinking that he's just going to beeline out of the B site. But he's gotten the information. It is that A plant. And now he's got to come up connector. He's got to get that initial gunfight, but bwills is tucked away in the firebox.
Oh, Molly. Oh, it's going to land some bwills.
Oh, it's spreading, it's spreading.
Oh, no, he thought it might not spread, and it did. Oh, roasty toasty, and there it is, Swisher. He gets it the 6th round, and oh, bwills, you sneaky little man, but not able to be that sneaky. So, op's still going to be picked up. They're all good. Money's still floating pretty mighty and high right now for ATK, and we haven't seen a timeout. I'm kind of expecting something to come out of here from Nouns, but I guess since they're fully equipping, they think they ain't gonna worry.
Yeah, I mean, 7-1 is definitely one of those deficits that you don't want to get yourselves into. Maybe a timeout coming then, but so far, momentum, they've been really trying to press into this A bomb site, contacting quite a number of times. just because they've been offered up so many opening picks, but now it's this B bomb site. They want to test a different part of the map after things go awry so many times, and bowden's posted up early.
Yeah, look at this position he's in too. So this is a good position because he can go for this first duel and fly on back. There it is. Look at that. He's able to get out of there, reposition, and there's DJ helping him out, being the big support that we talked about. Bowden gets a free gift to kill against 60 as well, and having the lurk of bwills on catwalk's not even going to mean anything. The bomb's going all the way around again. Oh, and they just get capitalized and just taken out, and Cynic by himself, the last man standing. We've been here before. We'll see it again. It's a 7-1 score line, and things are starting to look a little flattened here from the Nouns squad.
And there's that tack that we were looking for from Nouns. That's the momentum stopper. There is no way back into this half thus far. And that's a clinical CT round there from ATK. You got Bowden, you got DJ set up beautifully on the B bomb site, playing through the crossfires very well. And then you've got Fadey, and I believe that was MisteM in middle to make sure that they've got the cross down on lock. And you've got to be a little bit more decisive if you're Nouns. You've got to be efficient on those trades, but this utility, it's just so hard to overcome. They're segmenting out these 1v1s, and round 9 has just pots and pans for Nouns. But sometimes these can get a little hairy. Sometimes these pistols can just get a little bit too dangerous when they get a little too close for comfort.
And that's where they thrive. I mean, I feel like Nouns are one of those teams, especially in ESL. I mean, they like to get aggressive. They like to get in your face. So for them to have these pistols, I mean, that's the best case scenario. So we'll have to see what they want to do. But instead, they're going to spread things out a little bit. Wait things out a little longer. Carson trying to find something with a dig, but instead he's taking a bunch of damage. More than half his health is now removed. Oh, man, that nade. I thought it was going to be the done deal, but no. Not going to be able to get that back through, and there it is. ATK picking up 1, 2, and 3. And this thing might be cleaned up a little too quick.
CJ, I think, might have heard a bit of a sound cue. Should be able to potentially get a kill on a MisteM. But he's just abandoned ship. He's just beelined it on over. Maybe a parting kill here for CJ. He'd love to get his hand on a rifle. And that conversation about all damage is good damage, now at this point, it might not do anything really. You look at this just overwhelming amounts of wealth on the side of ATK. 10k on Bowden, to speak of in particular. And okay. That's actually a great kill to get, particularly on the AWP. And he gets another one. Fadey goes down. Should be all she wrote, but they've got to find a way to get that AWP. Do they have enough time? Yeah, everything's okay. At that point, I mean, if there was a player that you'd want to get rid of, it's that AWP, about how expensive that investment can be. But no harm, no foul. Everything's under control. 8-1 ATK.
Yeah, bring out the brooms. This is starting to look like a bit of a sweep potentially, and this is a round where you have to see if that's going to be the case. And round number 10, Nouns going to put everything back on the board. 60 does have the AWP ready to go. Bowden going to be throwing a deep molly. Okay, but Carson, again, finding a good entry. He's been really good for that so far in this entire series. I mean, he seems to be the guy that wants to get those entries away. CJ overextends. He gets back into an equalized situation on the 4-4.
Now Bowden, he's trained his eyes on the right side of mid. He's got some inkling that Carson is waiting. And that nade nearly finishes the job. Just 3 HP. And I think Swisher is still well aware of it. He's well aware. He's training his aim. And with MisteM getting another kill, it all just comes crashing down in an instant. Blink and you'll miss it. 9-1 ATK. But you could definitely see that they had all the puzzle pieces in place to just shut things down outright. What a round from ATK. These CT rounds, they just don't even look close.
They really don't. I mean, ATK are really starting to show why they're confident on this map. And I mean, this is something we didn't really get a ton to talk about before, but ATK, I mean, they've beaten some pretty high-level competition. I mean, they took down Complexity with a 16-14, right? I mean, they've had some good victories, like Team 1. They've been able to, just bulldoze some, high names that we talk about. So, I mean, for Nouns, like we said, they won that cash cup, but I'm almost kind of thinking that ATK used that against Nouns because now they knew exactly what they did, and it's kind of biting them now.
I mean, now they're playing with the swagger of ECL champs. Right now, you can start to see that they're playing like, you know, we are the favorites. We are supposed to win this outright. We're supposed to win the entire season. Like that's kind of how they're playing with that kind of attitude right now. And it's taken a while for them to show off that kind of swagger, but it's here, and hopefully it's here to stay, because with this new addition, it's hard to integrate a player like DJ, who is a bit more supportive recently in. But it's definitely some good signs here with some of the big wins that they've been getting through the cash cups and potentially here as well. They've really been laying down the hurt, and bomb being dropped. We're looking double digits in 10 and 11 rounds. Talk about a shutdown.
Yeah, this is just starting to look like they're closing the door and slamming it on them, so don't hit yourself on the way out here, Nouns. So, I mean, they're going to have to do something, but ATK just needing one more kill to put themselves in a 10th round, and I believe Carson actually did spot Fadey, so he's going to put that trigger discipline to work, but he's only got 25 seconds, and I think Fadey must have saw that. I mean, that timing was so close. Maybe not. Looks like he's still scouting it. Yeah. Oh my God, this is crazy. It's within milliseconds, and there it is. Carson's able to get a good kill, but he's got 10 seconds. He ain't got no time, and there it is. 10-1. We need to see something different from Nouns quick here, Paladin.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at Bowden, he was sitting at max cash. Swisher as well. So they should be sitting pretty for the rest of the half. And let's take a look as to who's taking this timeout. It's ATK surprisingly taking the timeout. Very, very interesting. I mean, in these stages, you usually try to just extend that momentum for as long as possible, shut things out. But maybe trying to talk things over, maybe a different, unique setup trying to be thrown out at Nouns initially. Try to hold up that A ramp. That was a point of contention that looked susceptible and was the reason why they were able to open up the first round of play for Nouns. But beyond that, they haven't been able to convert enough. But I think if we had to pick something for Nouns to exploit, it's probably that contact play on ramp.
Yeah, it seems like they've been able to get some pretty decent space with that, so I agree with you. I think that'd actually be good to see a little bit of those A pops, or kind of putting a little bit more focus towards A.
But they're not even getting on the bomb sites. That's the issue. Yeah, sure, you're getting some of these entries, but how many post plants have we really had this game?
Not very many. Okay, well, MisteM gets a bit over adventurous, and doesn't matter. Bowden's just going to keep on firing away. Okay, I thought he had that one dead to rights, but it's going to be Cynic again. A little bit of a surprise kill. That's fine. And now Swisher going for the big old swing. He's not able to find more than one, leaving it to a 2v2 all of a sudden. I don't even know how we got here at all, Paladin. I mean, I'm still kind of scratching my head. Carson. Oh, Carson!
No!
Carson! Oh, God. And now 6-y versus DJ. DJ just able to find such a scrappy round, but it doesn't matter. ATK, they still get the job done.
And again, it's that ramp that they start to exploit, and they find a way through. Cynic with another incredible entry, but not for anything of value. ATK get themselves their 11th round, and we are just in an absolute curb stomp of a final map. This time it's Nouns' turn to take a timeout of their own. Cynic really trying to rally the troops here, but how? I mean, where do you really have the conversation of where to start going this time around? Bowden's completely comfortable now. He's peachy keen with some of these opening fights that he's taking, and the number of multi-kills that he's been getting has just been absolutely electric. There's no real way for ATK to do any wrong in this situation.
Well, it makes me wonder too, with ATK having such a big lead, like how loose do they want to play this? Do they want to be ultra aggressive? Do they want to just keep the system working? I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, that's where I feel like what they're doing right now is working, but hopefully that composure can stay intact for the time being. And now they're actually going to be able to put some good pressure on the catwalk, but no, it's squashed. That's done.
Bowden's reads this game have just been crazy. He's always in the middle of the action. Another multi-kill for the Swede. And this is that pop-off performance that I was hoping to get out of him in this final map. And it's a striking difference between the AVPs this time around. 15-4 for Bowden and 3-12 for 6-y. Just bwills up left in this round. 12-1 for ATK. This is just just domination, and it's fantastic to see. This is kind of the ATK that I wanted to fight back on Inferno and Ancient, but it was a bit more scrappy in those maps. In this one, it just feels like they're firmly in control, and this is the team that outright beat MIBR in ECL Season 42.
It is true. That is, I'm so glad you brought that up because, again, like, you know, I feel like we don't talk enough about it here for ATK. I mean, they're the ones that won last season, so kind of those champs. They're the ones that got some big old bragging rights, but now it's going to be a full rush into this B site. They're just going to try to send it, and it's DJ to get a good opener to start things off here for the ATK. CJ with a beautiful bit of a reply back. He gets himself a double. All right, now 6C trying to get himself in the market. Grab a quick snack. It's going to be an off. That's up for grabs. And all of a sudden now, we see Nouns putting themselves in a man advantage here on the 2v1. MisteM by himself. It's been a quiet game for him so far today. Bring things back again. Not looking like it. And we see a second round gained after a long period of time.
Finally, something goes their way. They B-rush. CJ gets some beautiful trades back. And oh my goodness, Laz. We've got an auto in the server for the final round of play.
Oh no.
It can't get uglier than this.
This is the ultimate BM moment. I mean, this is what can tilt people, right? Like, this is where
absolutely.
you're like, we are winning so much. We're going to rub it in your face. We don't even care if you win this round.
Oh, great little nade. And here comes the auto. Setting up for success. Popping heads. And it's 2 for Bowden. Insult to injury. And a tilting round for Nouns.
Good molly from 60 though, and able to flush one of those players out, but now he's got himself. Opts out, he's missing. Oh man, he's able to find 1 kill. That's going to be a 13-2 here. We're going to get things going after a break. We'll be right back. Well, we are back for the third and final map here. Map number 2, or half number 2, sorry, 13-2. ATK give us a brilliance of display here on their CT side, and now all they need is 3 more. Joined here with Laz and Paladin.
And it's a B rush just out of the gate. So we're doing Nouns back down to him. It's just bounding out of apartments. And now a quick bomb plan as well. This is getting to be a very sticky situation. No kits up here, Laz.
Yeah, there's no kits at all. I mean, it's just going to be armor across the board here for Nouns. So, I mean, this is all about firefights. This is where they need to get some big shot connection here. Oh, but look at this swing. Beautifully done. Both MisteM and his teammate close on by. 60 does get the trade, though. But now ATK getting a little bit overwhelmed. And now it's back to a 3-3, making it the advantage for Nouns. So now DJ and Swisher needing to come alive, needing to do something, and that's going to be a good starter. And now, all of a sudden, this thing has come down to the 1v1. DJ, the recent addition of this team.
No time.
12 bullets. There's no time, and he's got it done. ATK, a 14th round on the board.
Man, the impact from DJ has been just so important here throughout this series, and he's done it for ATK. 2 masterful headshots on the back of B site and stalling it out to get themselves to 14. That's that final dagger that ATK needs from downtown. They've got the buys out. And Laz, I think we're getting really close to answering that question of who the top dog in ECL Group B is.
Maybe. And now everything's on the line here. I mean, everything's being forced up. Look at this purchase. I mean, a scout here for 60. You got the M4 here for Cynic, and then just pistols to work around it. I mean, this, if this isn't a picture of desperation, I don't know what is. I mean, this is all about we need to get something moving here, boys.
Yeah, you need rounds, you need momentum, you need something of anything right now. And ATK, they understand this desperation is a priority for Nouns. And you just see how default heavy that they've been going for here. Just holding back. And look, Cynic's already starting to get a little bit desperate. MisteM playing anti. And he's looking for the trade, but Cynic gets to. He's been that beacon of hope for Nouns so far on this map, no matter how dim it might be. And a 3v5 sets them up for success here.
Yeah, he definitely has been the player. And look at that. Right now, he's put 3 kills. All the deaths here against ATK, they've all been from Cynic, so nobody else. Finally, Carson gets a reply back. Oh, we talked about a bit of a sweep, maybe. I don't know. Nouns have been able to get a little bit of a page out of ATK's book, and they might be able to make this flawlessly, potentially, and they do. And that's going to be the 3rd round, and Cynic picking up a quad kill, putting himself in double digits with 13 kills now, leading the charge, like you said, for Nouns.
And you could definitely see how much he wanted to take things into his own hands. He goes and dry fights up top mid, then he goes all the way to connector fight bottom ramp, and then he gets a kill back palace as well. Like, he's everywhere on the map to try to get something over the line here for Nouns. And an immediate force buy from ATK. I don't like it, to be completely honest with you. You've got so many rounds to play with, you can play it safe. MisteM bounds his way out. Maybe it's a little bit of an ego check here. But no util. It's really going to come down to these 1Ds here. And there's one given over to just freely to Bowden. And
yeah, the rotate.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Cynic has found his way through, and I think this danger has been navigated here.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Swisher has that site control, I mean, the bomb's still stuck in middle. Swisher's able to get a good kill, too. So now that bomb can come all the way around if they want. But look at Nouns. They just keep going back and forth. They don't know what to make out of this round. They are so lost on the rotates. They're wondering what is going on from ATK. They're scratching their heads right now. 60 in a pretty good position as well, just waiting on top of this catwalk. I think that was actually Bowden that's just underneath him with the M4 in middle. So, again, that bomb's going to make its way into the site, but CJ's close on by.
Oh, that's a big kill.
Gets the plant. That's a big kill.
And now, you've got only this prong of CT to attack from, and you've got this A1S secured, but where is Swisher gone? They don't have any information as to where he's disappeared off to, and that's the key position. And now that bwills is down, how do they respond? Swisher gets the spam, and he gets the bomb diffuser off of it, but now bwills is back on it.
Oh no! Oh man, is he gonna get the timing? No, he won't. Oh, bwills, a bit of a ninja. He gets it with the last second defuse, perfectly done. I mean, he was just on the outside of it, and the ammo ran out too, so that just bought him more time.
I'd love the setup there, kind of bait and switch to set Swisher up for success. It doesn't work out this time, but a lot of damage done. A bomb plant secured. Maybe you get some upgraded pistols here. You've got an A1S out for Swisher, or actually for MisteM, rather, and Swisher buys a hero AK of his own. So maybe they'll just send it B here, and keep in mind they've got rounds and an economy to break here if they can get this B rush through.
Yeah, it's looking like a full send. We're just gonna go right into B again. DJ leading this, but no, it's just Nouns. They're closing this plan. They're just gonna write it all off. They're gonna shut it down. The bomb's able to be in control still here for Atk, but this is looking problematic. I mean, even MisteM still taking some spam damage. Using this round, just kind of reconfiguring the game plan for the next. And there it is. A fifth is going to be gained from Nouns and keeping another flawless round as well, too. So things are looking, I don't want to say bright, but they're getting there.
I mean, that it's kind of like a minimum at this point to have another buy in your back pocket on this road to redemption. And looks like Atk got a little overzealous with their expenditures in the previous. They're going to have to take another save here. And honestly, I respect the force buy in the previous, getting it down to that 1v1. But this one's going to be harder to get through. They bound their way through in a triple.
What?
I mean, I think like 4 or 5 nades in a mid. And a P250 kill for Swisher. This round has a couple of legs to it here, lads. And Swisher gets another.
Oh, no.
No!
Not like this. Not like this. Look at what's happened now. This was just Tech-9s and a bit of utility burn. And look at that now. It's a 4-on-1 situation.
Wow.
Carson gets caught in the crossfires. And this is now match and series point here for Atk. Oh, Nouns must be just kicking themselves for how that round went.
I mean, the nades in the window were really smart, but that kill for Swisher, I believe it might have been a connector fight there. That just spilled on over into connector, into the A site. And the pistols overwhelm. I think those are even armorless pistols in that scenario. It just felt like there was less of a kick in that buy compared to the round previous, but they still get the job done. Oh, goodness. I mean, they've still got a buy in the tank to defend their honor, Nouns, but surely the confidence is like an all-time low at this point.
Yeah, everything's on the line. I mean, we're talking 10 rounds to bring it back here for Nouns, to bringing it even to overtime. I mean, never say never, but it's not easy. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been done, but Atk, they, like you said, they look really good in the rhythm. CJ getting some good real estate, getting a lot of information. I don't think he would have spotted the bomb from that location. I mean, I think it was still hidden underneath the stairs. So retrieved, and all things are good here for Atk. But look at the aggression both from Carson and Cynic. They're still putting a bit of a pressure point in towards middle.
They definitely want to vibe for that. Now MisteM gets flashed in. He actually gets flashed by Bowden as well. But does get an ever-important kill and some valuable information. So they pivot back on over to B. Just 60 left on the site, and CJ's pulling back. Swisher tries to get a little antsy. A little sneaky, but can't get the job done. It's just DJ left in the palace, and Bowden Master stuck up in apartments. He gets the kill back. So Bowden's actually up for the clutch here. He's got a free bomb plant. Full util belt as well. No kits up for Nouns. And he's got the silent jump into apartments quickly and quietly. Really aware of this immediately. He does the tag, but not the frag. Another one back.
Oh, no! Oh, but does he expect this B flank? No, he doesn't. He's got his back turned. Oh, there it is. bwills shuts down the heroic play here from Bowden. My God, that could have been just disastrous. But it's going to be Nouns to hold on a little bit longer, man. That Band-Aid is just barely on the wound.
I know. You could definitely see there was like an inkling there where Bowden considered it, but he didn't make the full turnaround, and maybe that sound cue didn't come through fast enough. But, I mean, still, the damage is undeniable at this point. You still look at the kind of buy that Nouns have to bring forward. Yeah, sure, you've got your 5 rifles, but you can start to pick apart this defense just off of utility alone. And take a bow, Bowden. 24-11 on the day. Quiet on Inferno, quiet on Ancient. But he's loud as ever on Mirage. And it's a map that he's definitely loved on his time in North America.
Yeah, it's just been a playground. He's having a good time, and 15-6 we go. And an op here still for 6C, and like we talked a lot about in the pre-show, we wanted to see these ops come alive. It's been Bowden that's been giving us the full display here for map number 3, but now 6C's time that he could potentially make a return. And now actually leaving it just him as the anchor again at B. I mean, this is what we've noticed on all 3 maps that 6C is kind of that sole player that likes to hold these sites by himself. Now it's kind of just putting a little bit more of a risk where they go for the 4-player stacks at these sites. But even ATK, look at how spread out they are. They're really burning the clock on this.
Yeah, I mean, even with those risks, when they go into those 4-player stacks, they're still winning the rounds here, lads. It's like they've just found a way to dissect some of these positions. It's astounding. The risks are definitely to be taken by Nouns, but they're still being punished. And now you inch up your connector. You've got a lot of real estate here. You've cleared out catwalk. And a little bit of information as to where some of these players are. Now bwills up to bat, and he's gone immediately down here, lads.
And it's going to be both. This is just trades again. It's down to a 2v2, leaving it to Fadey, and there it is. Both CJ and Cynic going to get the job done. I mean, despite the situations, I mean, Cynic, again, putting himself at 18 kills. I mean, this is the IGL that's been able to pull up some big weight. I mean, he's been able to get some impactful kills. And now we will see a pause coming in. And rightfully so. I mean, it's not a comeback conversation yet, but I mean, you need to get it under control, and you want to get that momentum kind of, fizzled. You want to make sure it doesn't ignite, because that's where things can get a little bit hectic.
Definitely. And with the money situation as well, you're going to have to take a breather here. You have to relinquish some sort of momentum on over to Nouns. But, I mean, we've seen the power of the pistols so far from ATK thus far in the series, and especially on Mirage. I mean, turning things around with just Tech 9s and P250s, it's been a tribulation for sure for Nouns in certain scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, what was it, like 3 rounds ago, 4 rounds ago, where they just did the like quad nade in the middle, like you said. And, oh, okay. bwills gets a nice little spammerino. And actually, they're just going to, use the catwalk. They're going to get that control. Carson gets a good kill, though. They're trying to split into this B site, and just leaving now to Carson bwills. They're going to lock this thing down. It's looking pretty easy breezy. Swisher finally gets 1 kill. Not looking like it's going to be more than that. Just kidding, he does. I mean, he's got that time where he can get the bomb plant if he wants, but hey, it ain't no thing. Not happening.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, your last bonus is racked up. It's really not that important. Honestly, the economic damage onto the CT players is probably more important. So, potentially looking for that third, doesn't get rewarded for it. 8 on the board for Nouns, and guns back up for ATK. This is the swan song for Nouns as we head into the closing sectors of map number 3. It's a very B-oriented default, looking for that mid-pressure instantly. Oh wow, Flash hits him square in the face.
Yeah, he lined that up perfectly, too. Look at how fast he got that kill. He knew exactly what to go for, and he gets that kill, didn't even hesitate. Just shot, ran away. So now they put themselves in that advantage where they get that opening duel. We saw a lot of this on Ancient.
What?
And then, I'm sorry?
I think Cynic got caught on the ladder and just burned alive on the top of Balk. That is insane. Yikes. That is just an unforced error and a half there from Nouns. That might just decide the match.
This really could. Actually, 6 gets the leg of Fadey, and wow, Fadey's still trying to keep contesting this. He's still trying to go for it. And actually, 6 misses the shot, so look at that. Things are kind of switching around a little bit here. Things are getting a little bit crazy on the Nouns camp, and they need to figure out something quickly. It's 3 players at the B site. Oh my gosh, and look at the bomb. It's not even committed. They are risking everything.
And they've gotten all this connector control. They can just march on up to the A bomb site unscathed. CJ has made the wrong decision. 6 will not get enough information. Okay, the smoke does fade. And I think he should get the bomb to appear on his minimap there. So the jig is up. And a 2v3 to ensue. And now I say that a 1v3 for MisteM, the IGL. Information on the catwalk player. And a kill up off of CJ. But they right the ship. They don't catch the timing and connector fast enough. And they have to live and fight for another round. round number 25.
And this is one of the most stressful situations too, because I mean, for the ATK side of things, I mean, again, they only need one round to get this thing done. They get the job done, they're undefeated, but it adds all the pressure in the world because right now, I mean, for Nouns, all they have to do is just keep winning round by round, and then they can bring things back to an overtime. So the pressure is built for both sides, but I feel like ATK, they need to respond to this a little bit better because now they're starting to lose quite a few consecutive rounds in a row, and some of these rounds haven't been that close in all things.
Certainly agree here. I mean, you can start to see that there's definitely a bit of ego in some of these rounds that are being played out. Some of these aggressive duels that you're not expecting for them to take under normal circumstances. But with the scoreline as it is, I mean, these are the scenarios where things get very, very close and you don't even realize that they're as close as they can be until they're right up on you. And DJ does get one back, so man advantage for ATK. But of course, I mean, everybody usually starts to talk about those comebacks when the double digits are hit by that opposing side. And Nouns are trying to inch their way forward.
And they're going for a lot of gamble stacks too. Like, look at how much control they have of the A site. They have 3 players, and they're even having CJ pushing down slowly onto the ramp. He's trying to get some good information. 60 just locking things into the site. MisteM boosted up in window though. So this is some decent real estate again. Being silent. 60 going to be able to find that one kill. This Nate could do some good damage. Oh my god!
Man.
Okay, that's amount of good damage indeed. Look at everybody. They're all low. They're all lit. They're all in the red. They're wounded. They're just trying to figure out how to get into the site, but Cynic now picking up 3 more, trying to get that 4th and Bowden denies it for the time being, but now we have hit double digits. Nouns are making this comeback alive.
Let's start to have the conversation. But, I mean, unlike a lot of some of these comebacks, you start to feel like, oh, maybe there is a real opportunity here for Nouns to make it back, but I feel as though the momentum is still in ATK's favor.
I don't know. I mean, this is where I get a little torn. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, again, it's still 5 rounds. There's still that wiggle room. ATK can do something. But Nouns are starting to get that, you know, climbing of these rounds in a row. So for me, it's just, it's the conversation of the comeback is definitely in discussion because I feel like you said, the double digits have been met. It's only going to take a couple quick things, and then ATK have to go for some saves. So, but this is a big round indeed. I mean, this is a lot of money invested here from ATK camp. And I mean, they got the op out again, but if they lose this, I mean, they're going to be on that save instantly.
Definitely. You need things to go in your favor here. And obviously, you've got the loss bonus built up. Sure, you have more opportunities, but they'll quickly start to dwindle. And the magic from those pistols, it feels like it's been a while since that's happened at this point. And ATK's got to sober up here and close things out. Mid control secured, connector on the way. Fadey trying to go head-to-head with bwills here. It's really a matter of timing. But it's B. I mean, they've circumnavigated connector altogether. They've just left Fadey there. And now this jump spotting player, Carson, he's all on his own.
By himself and look at the position he's in. It doesn't even matter. He still gets the kill, and he's looking for a little bit more. DJ takes him out. Target acquired. He's able to get it done. But now Cynic coming from the back lines of Cat. He's able to get that kill too. So now it's a 4-on-2 situation. The bomb going to go for the force plant. They're going to just try to get this thing down, build some money. They don't have any more utility except for the molly and the flash, and the molly does just get burned, and now DJ goes to flash to get that support. And Swisher, he's able to find 2. Oh my god, this is switched around, and ATK have done it. They have done it and taken it in an interesting fashion, and there you have it. It's a 2-1 victory. I was talking about comebacks, but I guess not. ATK, they had enough of that in the bag, and my god, we have done it.
2v4 post plant. I mean, I was going to say hats off to Carson for an incredibly impactful 1 kill, getting half damage as well. But the crossfire, it's the newest edition of DJ, and